Hello YouTube, it's me, Sean again. My reason for this video today is I have kind of a sad tale. A girl saved up all of her money. She's 16 or 17. She saved up all of her money to buy her first car. Her dad just died in a tragic accident. And so her mom and I guess a cousin went out and they picked out a car. Little Nissan Versa. It's a great first car, except this one's a salvage title. Now I know some places sell salvage vehicles and they're reputable places and maybe they're fixed right, but I doubt they ever really are, and I'll tell you why. The reason a car gets salvaged is because it costs more to fix than the car is worth. So if somebody's buying salvage vehicles and fixing them, they've got to be cutting corners somewhere or they wouldn't be able to sell them. So just a little background on me. I sold cars for the first 25 years of my career. My dad was a Ford dealer. Your finger's over that lens. My dad was a Ford dealer, and so I did that for 25 years. We had the biggest Ford dealer in 3 states. We sold a lot of cars. And the rule at the time was, still the rule, I don't care what anybody says, the rule at the time was a salvage vehicle was worth about half a book. There are places out there that are selling salvage vehicles for $2,000, $3,000 less than you can normally buy a car. On this car, maybe $2,000. On a more expensive car, maybe $4,000 or $5,000, but believe me, it's not worth it. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you what happened to her. And it's just, if I had my druthers, there wouldn't be any salvage vehicles on the road. As a mechanic, I see the problems with them. So I'm not saying if you have one that's horrible, or if you have a reputable place, reputable, is that how you say that? If you have a reputable place that you can buy one, maybe that's a good thing. But just be very, very careful. Now we're going to pause. I'm going to stand up. My wife's going to stand up. We're going to walk around this and I'm going to show you some of the problems. The first thing I want to tell you is they didn't even put a bumper in this car. They put a bumper cover on it, but there's no bumper. And I'll show you why. So if you look up in there, you can see the frame rail. I'm going to point up and show you. This is the frame rail here. This is where the bumper bolts. You can see that stud right there. That's where the bumper goes. I'm going to move my hand so it'll focus. That's a stud. There's 3 studs. There's one there, one above it, and then one on the other side that hold the bumper. Now I'm going to show you the other side. On this side, you can see that frame rail is bent. See that? That's crushed clear back. And here are the studs, 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's 4 on this side. There's only 3 on the driver. There's 4 on this side. So the bumper wouldn't fit on there. So rather than fix it properly, put the bumper on, all they did was put the bumper cover back on the car and left it for, I guess, if you get in a crash, dead, for lack of a better term. The only thing protecting you, if you get in a frontal impact in this car, the only thing protecting you is the radiator. Well, I guess maybe the engine, but it's not good. They have bumpers for a reason. And it's unfortunate that they didn't take somebody with them like myself or somebody else that could have seen this before they bought it. Let me just show you a few things. Here's the headlight. It's right here. This is where it bolts to the fender. It's completely broken. It's not even attached. See that? See how loose that is? This right here is just a trim piece, I know, but that won't stay in. Nothing lines up on this car because they didn't fix the frame. The frame's bent. I showed you that. Now come around here and I want to show you same thing here. Broken light. Not attached to anything, it's just kind of hanging in there. This fender, they bent this fender. This is a new fender, but they bent it so they could halfway fit the headlight in there. The bumper won't stay in. It won't rest on these clips. So it's out. And I want to show you this hood when I get a second. The other thing I want to say is down here where these inner fenders meet the bumper, they just put a bunch of screws in there, like self-tapping screws, great big wood screws, whatever they could find to hold that in there. Obviously a hack job. Now I'm going to show you what happens with this hood. So this hood, it's closed, it's latched all the way. Look, it won't come up. But watch this. Do you know why it's got movement like that? Because the core support's in wrong. It's too low. And the hood hinge is fixed to the core support. There's no adjustment in it. So we can't adjust that hood hinge up to make the hood tight. So it's not close tight. That's The only way to fix it would be to modify that hinge. Well, why should we? The car's worth bupkis. So take my advice, don't buy a salvage vehicle. Even if you can get the warranty and they tell you that it's put together by all the right people using all the best things and all the best parts, all the best machines, they're not. Because if they were, they wouldn't be salvage. A car is a salvage title, once again, when it costs more to fix it than it's worth. People can't buy them and fix them for what it costs to fix them and sell them, because then they would need more money than one that hasn't been wrecked would cost. Anyway, that's my tip for you guys. Hopefully, if you're out looking for a car, that'll help you.